As always, please retry the question before watching the video. So there are four things you need to know to be able to answer this question. If you don't know the answer to any, please add them to your cheat sheet, master them, and go back 5 before continuing in the video. So what is the RC for the verb grouping? RC for the verb grouping is that something about the verb changes from answer to answer. Something about the verb is changing from answer to answer. So in this scenario, we have a verb grouping because the tense changes from answer to answer, the plurality changes from answer to answer. So something about the verb is changing from answer to answer. What is the WTD for tense questions? And the WTD for tense questions, the what to do for tense questions, is make it agree in tense with the other verbs in the paragraph. Make it agree in tense with the other verbs in the paragraph. What to do for subject verb agreement questions. You find the verb first. Find the verb first. Then cross off all the prepositional, parenthetical, and participial phrases in front of it. Find the verb first. Then cross off all the prepositional, parenthetical, and participial words in front of it. What is the S rule for subject verb agreement questions? What is the S rule for subject verb agreement questions? If the subject is plural, no S. If the subject is singular, S. Okay, the verb should have an S if the subject is singular. The verb should not have an S if the subject is plural. With those in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at number 23. So first things first, we recognize that we have a verb grouping here because the verb is changing from answer to answer, and the plurality is changing. So answer A, it's show versus shows, and then the tense is also changing from answer to answer. B, C, and A are all in different tenses. So we have to figure out first the tense, and then we'll do the subject verb agreement question. All right, so let's find some other verbs in this paragraph. He captures, that's in present tense. He depicts, uh, in present tense. So we know that we are dealing with the present tense, and therefore we want to make ours in present tense. So that will eliminate B and C because neither of them are in the present tense. That leaves us with A and D. They're both in the present tense. And so we're just really determining the plurality because answer A would go with a plural subject and answer D would go with a singular subject. So we're going to find the subject. The way we find the subject is cross off all the prepositional, parenthetical, and participial phrases in front of it. There's only one word in front of it that's not the noun, and that's vibrantly. So shots is going to be Coleman's documentary style shots, which is plural, which therefore we want to choose the verb without an S, which is answer A, and we can eliminate D because it has the S, which goes with singular subjects, and we have a plural subject. So if this made sense to you, please add it to your worksheet, write what you learned and the right answer, and then continue on to do either the remaining subject verb agreement questions in this test or the remaining tense questions in this test, whichever one you think you more need to work on. If this is your final subject verb agreement or tense question, please go ahead and do the mastery for that category until you get 10 questions correct in a row, and then move on to the next category that you missed the most of.